Rancher Bills. And also Gateway lost at home to Edel FC by lone goal. That's another club that I don't know what's going on. Atlant defeated Abia Comment, yes, by 2-1. Inter Lagos and Crown FC played a 1-1 draw. And also let's talk about Ekiti United, the Southwestern derby there. It ended by a lone goal win for Osun United, while Sunshine Stars and Beyond Limit played a 1-1 draw. There, that's it. Look at the table. Inter Lagos Stars, Beyond Limit second there in Group A. We also have in Group B, we have Sporting Lagos Stars, Akwa United second. Yes, in Group C, we have Doma United, Tops, Lobby Stars second. And also we have in Group D, Bichi for Stops and Adama United second. And that's the way we have it there. Okay, let's move away from there. Let's look at the stories we have. And it's no longer news that it looks as if the NFF, yes, they have given up on their dream to play on the World Cup, because right now the Super Eagles has been scheduled to play against Iran and Jordan in a four-nation tournament in Amman. Right now, 3 times African champion Nigeria will feature in a four-nation invitational tournament in Amman. That's the capital state of Jordan, and that's next month, international window. Yes, and we already seen that the mini tournament will kick off, yes, on Friday, 17th March 2026, and we have the fact that the Super Eagles has been invited. We also have Costa Rica, also, who has also been invited for this tournament. Assuming Nigeria qualify, assuming they based on whatever they were saying, then Nigeria would have been playing the Confederation playoff there in Morocco. But this time around, it looks like everything is over, and Nigeria needs just to focus on building for the next 4 years, hopefully. But aside from that, let me also put it to you right now that Eric Chow, yes, the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, unfortunately, we mentioned it last week that Olympic Marseille, the French club, they are eyeing to sign Eric Chow. But after the show, we discovered that no, they have turned around and they've gone to sign somebody else. But while Eric Chow got that disappointment, he also has turned out to the NFF, and he has presented something we can call the 19-point agenda to the NFF on what he wants them to do for him. Continue forward as the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. One of the highlights is $130,000, and that is why we want to have the conversation this evening. Do you think the Super Eagles or the NFF has that kind of money to offer Eric Chow? If they can afford 130, how come? Why didn't they sign Pisto Mosimane? Yes, from Alali, and that's one thing that we are looking at. Can the Super Eagles, can NFF give Eric Chow $130,000 per year? The phone line is open. It's 07000 917 917 is 07000 917 917 07000 917 917. Let's have that conversation and let's look into that area. Do you think it's possible? Yes, for Eric Chow to get what he wants there when it comes to $130,000 that's talking about Eric Chow's demand. Continue going forward. Eric Chow's demand. He also mentioned the fact that he wants business class, and he wants a very good and affordable, a very good and convenient apartment. Yes, before he used to be on 50,000, but he has moved. That's over 100% increment to that. That's it there. Let's take this let's just take this little break, and we'll be back after this timeout. Let's just take this little then, and we'll be back after this time, and then we'll continue about the demands that Eric Chow has requested from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, from the NFL. Okay, yes, and then let me just add this there. According to the board member of the NFF, has confirmed that El Cho tabled a fresh term before the federation, and this includes salary increment. 19 point, like I said, the 19-point agenda that submitted last month, and he said that they shouldn't forget that El Cho has 1 year left on his current contract, and this demand is to be considered for renewal. But we know that when you have a contract, when you have 1 year contract, that's the best time for you to start negotiating, so that you know if you're going to continue with them or you go back. One of the demands he requested was a private SUV with a chauffeur and also security detail, furnished accommodation with uninterrupted power supply, technical office with a projector, flight ticket for his wife and 2 children, autonomy over team selection, friendly match scheduling, and inclusion of his personal assistant in the bonus framework. And also, and I think another thing that is causing issue is that Tunisia are also looking out to sign Eric Chell, and they are offering him $100,000. And I don't think Nigeria has the capacity to go that. But I want to get your reaction about that. $100,000, I mean $130,000 for Eric Chell ahead of his new contract, and which most likely will start next year. That's that. Eric Chell's demand. Hopefully, let us see if Eric Chell can get all that he asks for. Because right now, I've always known the NFF to be somebody who wants to get something for free. Okay, let's talk about another player doing so well on the continent. I'm talking about talking about the player doing so well in Europe. Talking about Ademola Lookman. Yes, the Oshara player, the new signing for Atletico Madrid, the new nylon breaking signing, everything. Talking about Ademola Lookman, who was scoring for. He has been in a great scoring spree for Atletico Madrid. Don't forget that he scored last weekend, scoring during Atletico Madrid 4-2 win over Espanyol on Sunday. And as a matter of fact, Ademola Lookman's goal has equaled him to 10 goal contribution, meeting the record of Luis Suarez that he set 10 years ago. And this time around, Ademola Lookman, Suarez set that record, and that was talking about that was in 2020, 2021. That was when he joined but now Ademola Lookman has scored 4 goals in his first 6 matches with Atletico in all competition, equaling the best goal scoring record of a Rogin Blanco player in his first 6 games. In his first 6 games since the 2013-2014 season, and also Lusaros in the 2020-2021 season. Ademola Lookman will set to play in the Champions League knockout stage this week, and this time they'll be playing against Club Brugge, where he was also on target last week there. Don't forget the game ended a 3-3 draw there for between Atletico Madrid and Club Brugge. But this time around, Ademola Lookman is on fire, and this is also bringing conversation because he's putting himself in a spotlight, in a tough conversation, in a likely conversation for an African of the Year finish award. Don't forget what he did during the AFCON. And this time around, unfortunately, Nigeria will not be going to the World Cup. This could have spiced up his performance, yes, both in the international scene and for national team participation. But you can't underestimate the performance of Ademola Lookman. What he has been able to do coming this season, this year on its own, playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, making over 4 goal contribution for the Super Eagles, or over 4 goal contribution for the Super Eagles, and also playing for Atletico Madrid and stamping your presence and authority for the side. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's see if we can get Sam to join us this evening. Let's see if Sam could just join us this evening right away, and let's just see how we can have that conversation about Ademola Lookman and also the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Okay. Okay. Okay, Sam, good evening and welcome to the Sport Radio Show.
Good evening, good evening.
Okay, yeah, it's
Can you
good.
hear me?
Yes, good to have you around, Sam, this evening. Okay, Sam, let's start with the first one. Coach Eric Chow wants $130,000 from the Super Eagles, from the NFF, I mean, to as his contract goes into renewal. He wants 130. Before it was on 50,000, but now he wants 130. Do you think that is visible from the part of the NFF?
You know, to say for what his achievements, for what he has achieved, I think he's well within his rights to say that he wants a raise, but the question is if if the Nigerian Federation can really like provide that kind of money for him for his contracts, because it's one thing to say that, oh, here I want a contract boost, but it's another thing for if they'll give it to you. So I think he's deserving of it because of what he has achieved over the last 18 months or so.
But he didn't get us to the World Cup. I think that was part of his KPI. He didn't meet that metric, so why doesn't he need 130?
True, but I mean, if you look at it, like with the AFCON that he did, with the achievements there, he's participated in one final. This time round, they missed out on on the final, and obviously, the World Cup is disappointing that you're not participating in it. But I feel like he should still have a sense of reward, because imagine doing all of this work and you're not getting anything to show for your hard work. So it'll probably, it's probably something that he would want to ask for as well. But then,
okay, Sam. Okay, I'm listening. Continue, please.
No, but then I'm saying that the Nigerian Football Federation is another thing, because when it comes to reliability, I have some questionable things about them, because they're not the most reliable in terms of like giving support to the players, putting in that development, commitment to making the Super Eagles better. So that's just my feeling towards that. So I won't go any further into that.
Okay, Sam. Let's look at it from here. Eric Chow's managerial statistics. He had managed 167 games across 6 teams, recorded 77 win, 46 draws, 44 losses, and that's in total 46.11% win percentage. And now if you look at where it was coming from FC Oran, where he was able, but this is where I'm going, that Eritrea failed to get us to the World Cup. That alone has discredit. I will not say that discredit 100%, but that alone already put a mark, because if you look at it this year, Eritrea won't be doing anything for the Super Eagles except from friendly games. They are not really serious events he will be participating in ahead of next year, where we'll be playing the Nations Cup. So why does he even need 130K? And he didn't even win. He didn't win. He didn't win the Nations Cup. We lost in the semi-final. The last time we got to the final. So why does he need $130,000? That is my concern. We have to go for a commercial break, and this is also to let you know, if you want to sponsor, you want to advertise your business, this is the best program where you can advertise your business. Just reach out after the show. Reach out to the sales team. Reach out to the phone numbers there, and we will get to put your business into limelight. Okay, we'll take this commercial break, and then we'll be back after that. We'll continue with that conversation. Hopefully Sam is going to stay with me today.
Women Radio 91.7, amplifying women's voices every hour, every day.
Nigeria, A nation of many languages and many tribes, we will stand together, live together, and grow together. United we stand, united we thrive. This message is brought to you by Women Radio WFM 91.7 FM.
The holy month of Ramadan is here again, a month to submit to the will of Allah, a month to share, a month to care, and most importantly, a month of goodness. Start well and end well with the goodness of peak milk at Sahar and Iftar to stay nourished every day.
Show goodness this Ramadan with the delicious nourishment of peak milk every day. Ramadan Kareem. Peak. Reach for your peak.
otu ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi Women Radio Membership n'olu bekee na-ejikọ gị na ụmụnwaanyị azụmahịa ndị ọzọ, ndị ọchụnta ego, ụmụ akwụkwọ, ndị nlekwa ezinụlọ, ndị ọrụ ugbo na ndị ezumike nka dị na steeti 36 nke Naịjirịa. Dịka onye otu ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi, azụmahịa gị bụ nke a ga-akwalitere gị n'efu n'igwe mgbasa ozi ụmụnwaanyị. Ị ga-enwetakwazi ihe nrite ihe ọma ndị dị ịtụnanya dị iche iche, ma nwetakwazi ohere ịnọ ma sonyere ihe omume anyị gasị. Tinye Women Radio app n'ekwentị gị taa, iwe nụrụ olu gị n'igwe mgbasa ozi. Debanye aha n'efu na wfm917.com ma gbaa mbọ hụ na ị na-esonyere otu jikọtara ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi nkọwara nzikọrịta ozi Facebook. Ọ bụ otu Mark Arthur Foundation and Nigeria Media Innovation Program NAMIP na-ahịta ha na-akwado otu abụ Women Radio Membership.
Are you looking for a place to advertise your business at affordable rates or a hall to host all your corporate events and conferences? Then don't look any further for all your advert placement, live interviews, announcements, religious programs, event bookings, and lots more. Give your business the boost and reach your target audience at an affordable rate here on Women Radio 91.7. What are you waiting for? Hurry now! Call the numbers 0905 555 8998, 0806 009 2137, or 0816 060 5673, or email us at sales@wfm917.
HB 1349 ní nọ́mbà ìwé òfin ilé aṣòfin 1349. HB 1349 ó wà fún àwọn ipò tí a fi pamọ́ sílẹ̀ fún àwọn obìnrin ní ilé aṣòfin àgbà, ilé aṣòfin aṣojú àti àwọn ilé aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀. Tí o bá fọwọ́ sí HB 1349, ìjọba wa yóò dára sí i. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a panupọ̀ kí a tó fún àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ilé aṣòfin wa kí wọ́n dìbò fún HB 1349 fún Nàìjíríà tó dára. Tí o bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ Nàìjíríà, ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún HB 1349 kí o fi ìfilọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ sí ẹlòmíràn. Ìkéde yìí wá láti Women Radio 91.7.
It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First up is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next up is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahar and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasty meals with Noor.
This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good all day. Knorr. Share the good.
Ayé ìgbádùn tó fẹ́ jẹ ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń ná owó rẹ̀. Ètò tuntun tó ń bọ̀ lórí Women Radio 91.7 yóò kọ́ ọ bí a ṣe ń náwó, bí a ṣe ń tọ́jú owó àti bí o ṣe lè ní owó tó pọ̀ jaburata. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Amọ́nì yóò kọ́ ọ ní ètò ìṣúná bí o ṣe lè lo owó rẹ̀ lọ́nà tó tọ́ àti lọ́nà tó yẹ. Lórí Amọ́nì kò sáyè ìsápamọ́ lórí kó o yáwó, kò sáyè ọ̀nkú ní o tí ì jẹun bẹ̀ yẹn. A ó kọ́ ọ bí o ṣe ń náwó, bí o ṣe ń tọ́jú owó àti bí o ṣe lè dá wà láàyè ara rẹ̀. Pàdé wa lórí Women Radio 91.7 ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Tuesday láago 3:00 ọ̀sán. Women Radio 91.7 ohùn fún obìnrin. Amọ́nì gbogbo obìnrin ní láti gbọ́.
Are you a business owner, freelancer, or salary earner in Lagos State? Taxes are not just bills to pay. Taxes are investments to develop your Lagos and your future. Women Radio, WFM 91.7, in partnership with Lagos Internal Revenue Service, LIRS, bring you Tax Radio every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and every Friday at 6:05 p.m. with tax experts on your tax rights and tax obligations in Lagos. Tax Radio with LIRS on Women Radio WFM 91.7, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 6:05 p.m. Empower yourself with your tax rights and obligations in Lagos.
Oga, if you carry your body dey rub for woman wey no gree, hold your ear well o. That one na sexual harassment. Respect women, respect boundaries. This message is brought to you by Women Radio 91.7 FM.
Okay, welcome back to the Sports Radio Show, your favorite frequency, WFM Women Radio 91.7. And Sam is with me in the studio. We started this conversation and it's about Eric Chow, $130,000. Do you think he deserves that money? I personally don't think he deserves it. I think that's overrated. I don't think from 50,000, what have you done to deserve 130? That's over 100%. Is that how increment has been done in this world? I don't think so. I don't think so. You don't do that 100%? Nah. No, that's with other 19-point agenda that he has raised. Will get you tickets for your kids. Really? For your wife? Get you apartment, get you security detail. Fine, I know you're coming as an expatriate, but that money, those things you've given us, the terms and conditions, they are too high. I think they are too high. Because if you look at your KPI, you fail to deliver the World Cup ticket. And Kel had every chance to have gotten us. You buried that chance against Zimbabwe, could have earned us the ticket. We got another chance against DR Congo. You could have fixed it properly. That extra time shenanigan, we could have fixed it properly. Sam is still in the studio with me. He believes otherwise, and I want to hear him. Sam, I'm listening.
Is it too late to change my mind?
What did you say? I don't know. It's your choice.
No, but I mean, it is disappointing to not make the World Cup. Nigeria not making the World Cup under his management, and that's like as a whole, Nigeria is the second time now not to make consecutive World Cups, because they didn't make an appearance in 2022. So obviously something is going very, very wrong. I mean, there could be maybe a little shake up in the team. Maybe you need to be looking at, homegrown talent instead of looking abroad. Not to say that the current players are not good, but when you build something up from home, is more likely to get better. But in terms of the contract, like Eric Shelley is made the AFCON, made the AFCON final last year and semi-final, this year. So he's done okay, but maybe the how much he wants, $130,000, is a bit too much. But again, he should still be entitled to getting a pay rise.
Yeah, I do not I'm not against the pay rise, but I felt that percentage increment is just too much. Okay, let's leave that. We still come back to that later, some other time. Okay, let's talk about something pressing. Benfica winger talking about I know you were gonna laugh about that. Gianluca Prestiani has been officially suspended by UEFA for a game after allegedly racially abusing Vinicius Junior. There was a game between Benfica and Real Madrid last week. Sam, I know you saw the game where Prestiani had to cover his mouth for people not to dictate what he was saying, but Vinicius Junior was able to raise it that, oh, this guy has just insulted me. And after everything, a lot of evidence and that, he had been handed a match suspension. Let's look. Racism in Europe is a big issue. Tolu Arokodare is another victim. Me talked about it yesterday, missing a penalty. That was Wolves, yes, during the weekend. Tolu Arokodare mentioned the fact how he was racially abused after missing a penalty in London.
Yeah, so it's happened a lot over this past weekend in the UK. Tolu Arokodare, also one Burnley player as well at the weekend was racially abused. And like you said, Vinicius Junior for Real Madrid last week in the Champions League playoff against Benfica was racially abused as well by Pestiani. I think, this racism, it's not the said country or the continent that's the problem. It's the people.
Yes.
The people are not being educated enough. The people themselves, they are not taking it within their mind that what is coming out of my mouth is hurting this person, offending this person, in so many ways. Calling this person A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, is unacceptable, is offensive. But in terms of on the Vinicius and Pestiani story, in a football stadium that has so many cameras, I don't think there's nothing that you can't get away with. And I also think covering your mouth when you want to say something to someone, whether it's offensive or not, particularly using your shirt, I think is a very cowardly manner to do, because why not say it with your chest, Why not say it where the other person can hear what you're saying?
Can hear what you're saying.
Do you get what I mean? Because if you're hiding it behind your shirt, it's almost like you're hiding something. You're being cowardly. You're almost putting suspicion on yourself, and that's ultimately what happened last week with Vinicius Junior. And it's very sad, but I'm not surprised because Vinicius Junior, he's been in so many racial battles, and it is very sad and disappointing to see as well. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's move down from there. Moving into Europe. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Mikel Arteta responded to critic. Yes, to several criticisms that were sent to him after his team played a 1-1 draw with Wolves during the week. Over the weekend, they played against Tottenham, the North London derby at the new Tottenham Stadium. And this time around, people were expecting Arsenal to drop the ball, and the way they usually do it, Butlers FC, bottling things the way they do. But Arteta came back into the party, and this time around it was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 goals. Victor Gyokeres scoring a brace. Eberechi scoring a brace. Saka creating an assist. And also talking about David Raya making making a very, very crucial reflex save in that game. Sam, can we say that Arsenal is a lion or a bear with a 7.5 life? Right now, their 7 lives have gone. They are now left with the half, surviving with the pressure facing them ahead of their title, for the title race.
I definitely think we can say that Arsenal, they're feeling the pressure, because they've had so many opportunities to extend the gap between themselves and Man City, and some of the results that they've had this year. I will not be afraid to say it, that this year 2026, since January 1 up until now, in the Premier League, Arsenal have not been great. They've not been great. They've got 1 or 2 wins, but they haven't been great. I mean, look at the points that they dropped. Wolves, Brentford, I think
Sunderland.
nothing. Sorry?
I say Sunderland.
Yeah, Sunderland. Yeah, look at the points that they dropped. This between January 1 and now, they dropped a few points. Liverpool as well. I honestly think that they should have won that game. And had those draws been 3 points after 3 points after 3 points, they would have been into the mid 60s in the table by now. But it's still in their hands. They are now 5 points ahead of Man City.
Man City has an outstanding game they have to play against Leeds this week, and if things go the way it should, let's say Leeds beat Man City, then Arsenal has a chance.
Sorry, say that again.
I was saying that if, let's say, Leeds beats Man City, everything goes fine. But if Leeds does not beat Man City, Arsenal, you guys have to be careful, because you have Chelsea on Saturday. You have Chelsea next Sunday. That's another London derby.
It is. What I can say is remain focused. Arsenal should remain focused and know the job at hand. They should not drop in their performances. They should not drop their standards, because if they really want to win the league this year, and I'm pretty sure they do, they will, pull their socks up and start, sweeping teams aside. That goes for Chelsea, next week. That goes for all the other teams that are upcoming between now and May, because you want to finish the Premier League season strongly.
So, Sam, you think Arsenal is going to win the league?
Yes, I do. I surely do. Yes, by the grace of God.
Why do you have to add by the grace of God? Will Arsenal win the league, yes or no? I surely do.
Yes, they will win the league. Yes.
The phone line is open. It's 07917 Will Arsenal win the league? The phone line is open. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. Do you support what Sam has said? Because me, I'm not even. I don't think I want to be in that conversation. I don't want to preach that gospel right now. When Arsenal win the league, join the conversation. The phone line is open. It's 07917 07000 The toll-free number is also available. It's 0800 1235 917. Okay, Sam, let's look at the games Arsenal still have this season. They have Chelsea. They have Brighton.
Is this just the Premier League or all competition?
No, the Premier League. The Premier League should be the focus. They have Chelsea next. They have Brighton. Now, if you look at the current status of Chelsea wants to make it to the top 4. So, any of their games, they need to win it. They must win their games. So, Chelsea is there. Brighton is also there. You know what Brighton does to big sides. They are not a good jolly friend. They are very brutal.
Especially to Arsenal, they're not good friends at all.
Yes. You guys have Everton. You have FA Cup UFL final. You have Bournemouth. You have Man City. You have Newcastle. You have Fulham. You have West Ham, Burnley, Crystal Palace. Can Arsenal win all these games? Hands down.
Do you want the straight answer or do you want the merry-go-round answer?
Anyone you want to do, I think I can take it.
Yes, Arsenal can win all of these games. Yes, they can. They can. And I'll tell you why. The Arsenal of now, last year, is not the same Arsenal that Arteta had when he first managed the team, because he has He has made his changes. He has made the players play better. He has improved where they want to improve. And it's all about getting those trophies, start to win trophies. And, you know, the first trophy opportunity will be next month in the League Cup final against Man City. I don't see why Arsenal can't go and win the game, win the final and get the first English trophy of the season. So, but in terms of the Premier League, looking at the teams that are remaining, from Chelsea next week all the way until Crystal Palace in May, they can win. They can win all of them, including that game against Man City.
They can win all of them. Okay, let's talk about the game tonight. Manchester United against Everton. Carrick is on a mission. His team, they've been able to put things back. He still stays very unbeaten for Manchester United there. They've not lost any game so far since they won to Brighton. So this time around, do you think Michael Carrick, has all it takes for them?
Whether he has all it takes to permanently be the next Manchester United manager, I don't know yet. But, with the job that he is doing now and where he is taking Manchester United, I commend him for that. Well done for that, because, he has implemented his own plans into the team, and whatever plans he is making, it seems to be working on the pitch. The players seem to be responding. They are scoring goals and they are winning games. That's the important thing for Manchester United right now, is to win games and get as many points as they can between tonight and the end of the Premier League season, because they're going to need a shake-up in the summer. But as for where they are now, they're in a good place, and Michael Carrick seems to know what he's doing.
Okay, if you look at the Michael Carrick squad, he has only played a clean sheet. He has only played it twice this season since he took over. That was 1 against Man City and 2 against Tottenham. So, looking at his defense, played 1-1, conceding 2 goals, conceding another 2 goals. So far, he has conceded 5 goals. Do you think, is that not something to... What do you think?
He's done pretty well defensively, but you just have to hope that defense can hold until the end of the season, at least, because they need to shake some things up. They need to get in some. Just need to replace 1 or 2 players, like, for example, left back, Luke Shaw. He's the only outstanding left back, because I think Dogu was injured some time ago, or he's playing in a more advanced position now.
An advanced role, yes.
So they need to get a new left back there. Then central midfield for Manchester United is another key position. I think they need a new central midfielder, maybe 2, because Casemiro is leaving at the end of the season, and also Emmanuel Ugarte. I don't think he has fitted well into the Manchester United team since he has come. He doesn't seem to know where he is when he's playing on the pitch. So that's also a key area that needs to be addressed at Manchester United.
That needs to be addressed. Let me just run you through that. The last time Manchester United visited Everton at the Goodison Park, the game ended 2-2. Maybe draw is the best thing Man United will get in that game, or Everton beats them. Because we said we tried to get a caller, but nobody picked. Oh, sorry. Maybe you could just try to call again. Maybe Arsenal fans. Sorry. Maybe the person is a Chelsea fan. Oh, my bad. Okay, let me see if we can just get caller. Okay, somebody's calling the toll-free number. Can we get that? We're trying to. It's off. Okay. Okay, please, you can just call the other number. It's 07,000. Let's see. Call the 07,917 917. Or you can drop a WhatsApp text. Yes. Because yeah. Okay, so we're trying to get the callers to call him. Call back again. Sorry, we couldn't get that. You just call back and let's get your reaction. I'm very, very sure if you're a Chelsea fan, personally from my heart, I want you to call. I know that you in your mind you are in the top 4, but call. I don't want people that are not in the top 4 to call. Oh. People like Liverpool, don't bother to call. I don't want you to call. There's nothing you want to tell me. You are working alone in the.
I don't want to hear from Liverpool.
We don't want to hear from Liverpool fans right now. Okay, let's talk. Let's take something from the La Liga. What really happened to Real Madrid? They got a chance to stay on top of the table. All of a sudden, they blown it. What's their problem? What's wrong with
too much ego is destroying that team, and too much ego will forever destroy that team. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Too much ego is destroying that team. Too much ego is destroying that team. And I think that is serious. That is serious thing. That is serious thing to look into, because I don't understand why they are playing that way. How were you lost? You guys got a chance, and all of a sudden you just went to mess it up. Barcelona top of the table. They defeated Levante by 3-0. Sevilla defeated Getafe by lone goal. Celta Vigo against Mallorca by 2-0. And that let's see if we can just talk about the Champions League game. Real Madrid will be playing against Benfica. They defeated them by a lone goal. What do you think? Do you think something basic is going to come out? I know Newcastle has qualified with what they played there, but for you, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, do you think both teams can move out to the quarterfinals?
Let me speak on the Atletico Madrid one first.
Okay.
The Atletico Madrid and Club Brugge, I think. Is it Club Brugge or Atalanta?
Yes, Club Brugge.
Club Brugge. I think that one was a draw. I think 3-3. I was very surprised at that game, because when I first saw that first leg, I even said to myself, oh, this game is going to end either in a 2-2 draw or an Atletico Madrid win. They ended up drawing the game. So I think maybe Club Brugge, they can cause an upset in the reverse leg. I don't know. But it's always nice to see an underdog win, win against one of the top sides in Europe. And it'll be very interesting to see how that game comes about. Now, with the Real Madrid and Benfica game, as you have already mentioned, Gianluca Pestiani has been provisionally suspended.
And also Mourinho too is also, I think he also has been, I don't think he will be in charge of the game too.
Yeah. Actually, yes, you're right. I think he was given a 1-game ban as well. So it may look like Real Madrid have an opportunity to, put this, get the win, I should say. They should have the opportunity to get the win.
Juventus Galatasaray, what do you think? Juventus Galatasaray, are you expecting anything, any upset, any surprises? Galatasaray 5-2 over Juventus. Are you thinking anything to change in Turin?
No. Other than Juventus to not progress. Okay. I can't see Juventus progressing.
Okay. Okay, our time is fast spent. Sorry we couldn't get the call. No worry. Next week the toll-free number will be free. Will be available. Will be available for our listeners to call in. So sorry. Okay, that'll be the size of the program this week. And next week we come again. And that time we'll be wishing ourselves happy new month. We'll be marching into the prosperous month, into the great things that we have for us this year. God bless us. God bless Nigeria. God bless WFM. God bless me, and God bless everyone. Bye-bye. We'll see you again next week.
Bye-bye, and thank you.